I don't see it. Oh.
It should just be the Pennywise thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just my talk. I'm Pennywise.
Oh, there she is.
You can't see me.
Hi.
Oh, look at the baby!
Hey. Hello.
Oh my god, I'm a future fan of horror.
Whoa. All right, we've got a little bit of feedback, Rand. Do you have headphones?
We had phones.
Hello.
Same with Marsha.
Oh, yes. Marsha does not
Are
have
you guys getting
headphones
feedback?
either.
Yeah, we're starting to get a little feedback now, Marsha. Would you mind?
I don't mind. I just gotta find a.
Kevin Marquis keys is yes. Marsha does not have
It's me. It's me.
Yeah,
Hold
we're
on.
starting to get a little feedback
Let
now,
me
Marsha.
just do
Would you
this.
mind?
Wow.
Yeah.
Do I
All right,
just
whoever-
do that? Is that better?
Yeah, as long as you don't have our show
Yeah,
going at the same time.
I can't do it.
It's like
Yeah.
when you call into a radio show and there's like the little
Yeah.
delay and
Exactly. All right, go ahead. Ray, go ahead and talk. Let's make sure we hear you okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Good, we got you.
and Brian's back too. Cool.
Brian's back as well. All right.
Sandra's here.
So, are we live?
Yep, we're live, son.
Okay.
Oh, hi everybody.
All right, ready? Hey, everyone. Welcome to the horror show. I'm Cecil Laird.
I'm Mitch Mercer. I'm Jaime Fuego.
I'm Producer Dave.
I'm March Parker.
I'm Brian Gatto.
And we also have...
I'm the reanimator.
Yeah.
All right.
Tells you something. Still like the most jealous name that I think I have seen for a YouTube channel or handle or anything like that. Pretty damn clever.
Yeah. This is the first time we've had Rayan on the channel as a interactive person here. However, Rayan, you've been watching the channel for a while, right? I've been seeing your comments for quite a while.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So thank you very much for that, by the way.
Oh my god, my pleasure.
So you recently started your own channel, correct?
I did, yes.
And what now? Go ahead and tell everyone what that's called so they can go and subscribe to you.
It is Reanimator Reviews.
All right. And are you going to be doing mostly horror, or what? Did you keep it Reanimator Reviews so you could do other stuff?
I'd like to do mostly horror. I'm probably gonna throw in, just a couple other things I'm interested in as well. But everything's pretty much horror related.
Okay. All right. And of course, we do have Brian Gatto from Horror Show Entertainment, who I've seen doing some different stuff recently. He's been doing a lot of watch with me's and a lot of vocal covers.
Yeah.
So it's been he's getting into the variety aspect like we do. So it's pretty interesting. If you're into that sort of stuff, make sure you check it out because he does his reviews and his wild watches and all that good stuff. So so welcome, Brian.
Thank you. I have to make an announcement that I can only be on for like 10 minutes because I have to go to bed for classes tomorrow.
Okay, being responsible.
Yes.
I get it.
And which we
And I do have something else to say, just so people know. Actually, like 5 minutes ago, me and my girlfriend broke up.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
It's okay because we're still friends. We're still friends.
So it was a mutual thing?
Yeah, she lives like 45 minutes away, and it's just a little too much for us right now.
Understandable. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Dang.
That's all
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I just want people to know, so like if they, they ask how's it going with the girl,
Gotcha. Yeah, that's
Well, we obviously think you're awesome, brother man, and passing along the positivity of transition, I guess.
yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're here for you, man.
So let's talk some horror, guys. What do you say? Let's have a little bit of fun here. Now, what we were actually going to talk about, Brian and Rayanne, if you guys don't mind, just kind of chilling for just a second because I want to get your opinion after we make these announcements. But we're going to go ahead and announce all of the panels that we're going to be running at this year's Phoenix Comic-Con, which is now called Phoenix Comic Fest.
Stupid.
It's because of that Comic-Con lawsuit that happened.
Yep.
That San Diego Comic-Con won. What are you doing? Oh, just trying to keep
easy, man.
up. Okay.
San Diego basically wants to be the Comic-Con is what it boils down to, and everybody else needs to alter their names accordingly, which I mean, there's Comic-Cons across not just the country but the world.
Salt Lake City Comic-Con.
Yeah, Emerald City Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con. I mean, yeah, it's going to be interesting how all this goes down.
I thought they were all related.
No, they're all owned by different people.
There are certain companies that go and run different cons in different cities, like Amazing Comic-Con.
But they run the same. They run the Amazing Comic-Con in every different place, just like Mad Monster does. Mad Monster Charlotte and Mad Monster Arizona.
Yeah,
but otherwise, all the Comic-Cons are different.
Individual entities. Yeah. So,
whose futuristic phone is doing that?
Not
Mine.
I was going to say that sounds like a Star Trek video call-in, and let's get right to it.
So yes, we have done panels at the last 3, I believe, or will this be the 3rd?
This will be the 3rd.
This will be the 3rd year we're actually running panels. However, the 4th or 5th year covering the con, because we started in 2014.
Mm-hmm. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18,
yeah. So this will be the 5th year covering the con. But last year we actually ran 8 panels. And I thought that was a little bit too much. And I also had a lot more time back then. I didn't have the current job I have now. So we had to scale it back a little bit. But I'm excited to announce what we're going to be doing. So there are a total of 5 panels, like I said. And we're going to start with the return of the Great Horror Debate. So we are officially doing another edition of the Great Horror Debate live. We actually haven't done a Great Horror Debate since the last one we did in 2016, was it?
2 years ago, correct.
Yeah, so
they gave us the big room for that, too.
Remember? They did. They gave us the big room, and it actually was a really successful panel. I mean, everyone really had a good time. We ended up doing a debate for the first 20 minutes, and then we had the audience come up for the last, 30 minutes. And debate themselves in like a little single elimination tournament.
Yeah, fan interaction was really engaging. Maybe more so than any of the other panels that we did.
Yeah,
cool.
But they had a great time.
Yeah, and Marcia was on board with that idea from the very beginning, right, Marcia?
We talked about this.
I didn't think that the audience was going to want to be as interactive as they were, and they proved me wrong. And they came up with some really great answers, and I was really shocked and happy to see that. So I'm excited this time around, and hopefully we'll have even bigger turnout because people enjoyed it so much that year.
Well, and what we're doing this time that's pretty exciting is instead of us debating ourselves in the first part, we're actually going to finally do. I'm combining things we've wanted to do, which is bring back the Great Horror Debate live, and we're actually going to be live launching the inter-channel Great Horror Debate.
Which is what I think we should ask Brian and Ray if either of you would be interested in that sort of thing. I'm going to throw it to Ray.
Let me finish what I was saying first. So we are going to be doing the first live inter-channel Great Horror Debate with Eric Harrison from the Death Twitch. He is actually going to be joining us as a panelist, and he will be debating us, the entire channel. So I think he'll be answering a question, and then one of us will answer that same question. And then, so it'll be like him versus Fuego, him versus me, him versus Marcia, him versus Susie. But you know, it'll still be just 5 questions.
Yeah.
So it'll be the horror show versus the Death Twitch.
Yeah, I think as me and Mr. Mercer would say, it's a handicap match in professional wrestling, right?
It is a handicap match. We call it 1v5.
Yeah.
But you have to stay in the corner.
exactly. So yeah, that's exciting. We're going to be doing the Great Horror Debate live, bringing it back to do with the audience, but also launching the inter-channel Great Horror Debate with Eric from the Death Twitch, which I've been wanting to do for a while. Then we can go to the either the Hangout version or the Skype version, probably the Skype version, where we go channel by channel and do the Great Horror Debate. So we're going to have to start thinking of a variety of topics. But yeah, so that is the first panel we're going to be talking about. Now, before I go into the other ones, this might end up eating up all of Brian's time. So before we do that, Brian, are there any, like, if you could run your own horror panel at a comic convention, what panel would you run?
Good question.
Oh, putting me on the spotlight.
Okay, well, think about it for a minute, because I want to get your answer before you have to bow out, because we can keep talking about our panels, but that's not leaving you guys much room to talk before you leave. So I want to at least ask you that. So when you're ready with your answer, just holler, okay?
Okay.
Rayanne, do you have an answer?
Oh, God.
You can keep thinking about it, too.
Yeah, I'm going to have to think about it.
All right, you guys think about it for a little bit. We'll talk about the next panel. Fuego,
I can
jump in with one of your panels.
Well, I can just mention the fact that I got to run my dream panel last year. It had, well, it had mixed results a little bit. Yeah, as Cecil and I can laugh about. But I got to do a Dark
Watch
Tower.
it on the channel.
Yeah, it's interesting. Not friends with that guy anymore. Anyway,
oh, really?
Hell to the Mizzo.
Can't say I'm surprised.
Yeah,
Wow.
known him since high school. Anyway, I got to do a Hail to Stephen King panel that the first live panel that we've ever done, obviously, and it was all about the Dark Tower.
Last year.
Yeah, last year, and I reread all the books, all 8 of them. I was very excited for the movie. Thankfully, I hadn't seen the movie when we did the panel, or else it might have been a very different panel because Cecil and I got to go to the premiere of that. But this year we are doing 2 King panels, correct?
You
Yeah.
want to blow your wad on both of them? Go ahead. I was
Yeah.
going to go one and then another of mine and then another of yours.
No, just do it.
Go ahead.
Rip it off.
Well, first and foremost, I'm going to mention the Stand and my absolute adoration for the Stand.
And I'm actually going to participate in this one.
Dave's going to be on that one.
I will too if I can get them
too.
comics.
Yeah.
I
Me
want
too.
to read that.
I'm already 30 hours in.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. Well, that actually makes me
Be a
really excited
full
because
panel.
I was like worried about outsourcing for that panel because I would prefer.
I'm going
if
to
we
take
all
that
had-
Saturday off.
Are
so,
you?
yeah.
Nice. Okay, man.
When is
That
it?
makes me happy.
July.
No, it's May.
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 Hey, you'll be a Mad Monster, yeah.
It's May 25th to the 27th.
Okay, cool. So I'll take
Okay,
off that
so
Saturday
5,
to make
6,
sure I can read
Or
it.
May
May
24th to the 27th.
27th.
I'll still run
Thursday,
everything.
Right.
I'll still run
25,
everything.
26, 27. Yeah.
We're debating whether or not we want to, because that's the thing. We're going to be doing panels on both Saturday and Sunday, so we're probably going to be streaming one, if not more, of our panels on Sunday as our episodes that day,
Yeah.
rather than the news.
I mean,
Depending on what the internet.
or we could do. It'd be kind of fun to do a live news on Sunday from the con.
that could be interesting.
That would be.
Yeah. But
All right.
yeah, the
We got
Stand
plans.
has existed in so many different incarnations. From they did a paperback retread where they moved the time from 1980 to 85. They also did the uncut version, which I think is the one that you read,
91.
right? 91, yeah, where they moved it up to the 90s. But they did a great Marvel run with the comic books. That was
Yeah, the
fantastic.
comics are awesome.
They are so good. Those actually cover the uncut and expanded edition. I love the miniseries, so we're going to talk about all of it here in the Phoenix Comic Con on Saturday the 27th, I believe. So,
Yeah. And I'll be,
It's gonna be dope.
and hopefully I can bring the unabridged novel perspective. Not a lot of people
I have a panel idea.
All right, go for
Yeah.
it, Brian.
knock it out.
Okay.
dude.
So it'll be like a throwback panel. So you'll be talking about movies from the 70s and 80s, but people will discuss their favorite movies from each year from 1975 to 1989. And I would call it Decades of Decay.
Nice.
That's a lot of movies. How many people would you have? Because that's a shit ton of movies to discuss in a
Yeah.
50-minute panel.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to
No,
pare that
no,
shit down.
It'd be one movie from each year.
Yeah, I
I
know.
still-
That's a shit ton of over how many decades?
I still think Decade of Decay. Maybe go just
That's
one
what
decade.
decade.
Yeah,
Would be
it's
better.
one per decade maybe would
Still.
work if you're doing
Yeah,
like 30
cool
years.
time.
Probably
Yeah.
1980 to 1989 because most people watch 80s movies over 70s movies.
Yeah, if you did that would make sense because then you could probably talk about 9 movies. I mean, you'd probably have enough time if you talked about 9 movies with no more than 3 people.
70,
Yeah.
would be 10, right? So
Otherwise, you're going to be pressing your luck on time.
Because I actually have a series ranking called Decades of Decay that I have to get back to. I did it for King Khan. which
Okay.
was a challenge. And so now if I ever did a panel, that's what I would call it, as an homage to that.
Cool. All right.
I dig the name, man.
Reanimator, have you thought of anything yet?
For the debate, you mean?
No, for your panel. For if you were going to run a panel.
I haven't come up with something like a concrete thing. I'm still trying to brainstorm a little bit, but I'm sure it's probably going to have something to do with zombies. Maybe, which like subgenre, like, the 28 Days Later zombies versus like the classic Romero versus like White Zombie kind of thing.
Mm.
The evolution of zombies would be fun.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
White Zombie being the first zombie movie, if I'm not
The
mistaken.
evolution of zombie.
Yeah.
That feels like
That's
a panel
a-
that should happen, honestly, because it's changed so much.
Well, from just stumbling to the walking aspect and running
To the exploration of it with Girl with All the Gifts and now The Cured coming out like that.
The
There's a
Cured
lot of
looks
different exploration
awesome.
of the zombie genre at this point. That's really
All
interesting.
right, guys. So I hate to say it, but I gotta get going.
All right, brother.
Bye.
Take
It's
care,
good to
Brian.
see you.
Hang in there, dude.
All right, have a good night, guys.
All right, you too, man. Oh, Jerks! I could have sent Jerks. Let me send Jerks a link if he wants it. By the way, I'm going to correct something. Let me shout out some people in the comments: Jerks Productions, Edward D, Anthony Kulik, Horror Miser Monty G.
Yeah, Monty G.
Sandra. Hey Monty, would you mind? Oh, never mind. I don't want to tell him. I was going to ask if he could post it in our Twitter group, but that's okay. Let's see. Sandra says that Cecil's going to interview Robert Englund. I'm just going to correct that real quick. If we get to interview Robert Englund, we haven't nailed that down yet. I would love to do it, but I feel like I should still let Fuego do it because he's sort of the he's the best he's the best interviewer on the channel. But I'm going to be fighting hard not to do it myself.
No, Marcy, you're doing really good. No. I'm not saying about me. No, I'm saying Cecil. I think you would do a really great job. You've proven yourself to do a great job.
Well, it's gonna be hard not to do that one. So I don't know. We got to talk to Eben. I don't even know what kind of access we're gonna have, but I'm gonna be pushing for us to cover not only interview the celebrities. It'll be for the Mad Monster channel, not for our channel this time. Yeah, but we'll still be we'll still have a presence doing that stuff, and then hopefully we'll be able to record the panels this year as well. So that's my hope, but I just wanted to correct that.
So are they bringing back Nuke the Fridge, or what are they doing?
I'm guessing probably so.
Yeah.
Let's make the fridge.
Never mind. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, last year was an interesting situation.
It was a rough situation. Yeah. So Retro Race Succulents is here. Old Fart 62 is here. Ashley October is here. Brady Jorgensen is here.
Brady.
Let's see. Channel Sundown. Hey, she was here briefly. Hopefully she's still here hanging out. Cool. No, don't lose the baby.
Yep.
All right, so cool. All right, getting back to it. Now, I think the next panel we should touch on is, I guess we'll keep it in the same vein. No, we won't. We'll save that for the end. No, the next one we want to talk about is one that was actually requested by Phoenix Comic Con or Phoenix Comic Fest, and they asked that we do a panel for when horror goes wrong. When there's bad CG, bad acting, bad directing, bad effects. What makes for a bad horror movie, or what are the things that can go into ruining a horror movie?
And Dave has worked on.
Careful.
Like that. I mean, he's seen things firsthand.
Yeah.
I meant to invite Amanda too. Shit.
Yeah. Dedicated my life. Andrew was a creature in a film. Nobody ever talks about that.
He says, I didn't know that.
Andrew was an actual creature in an actual film.
It's true.
It's true. Hey, it's true.
IMDb that.
IMDb it.
Yeah.
My name is Andrew Mercer.
No mercy. No mercy for Mercer.
What was that Kevin Bacon movie I hate? Dark Circles? Dark.
Oh, the one that we saw last year?
That's not Dark Knight.
Oh, The Darkness.
Darkness.
We love The Darkness.
Horrible.
Yeah. Darkness was so much worse than Other Side of the Door. I mean, seriously.
Don't want to answer.
The other
side of the door.
The song that lives on.
Wait, what the? Where is that?
It will live forever.
Because it's on.
Damn it! All right, well, so yeah, Fuego, go ahead and talk about your next one then, because we talked about what goes wrong with horror, right?
Yeah, which I'm curious about.
I think it's going to be a fun panel.
Yeah, hopefully so.
We'll just we need to actually have a sit down maybe next Sunday when we're doing the 4th anniversary podcast and actually write down everything we're gonna do another
what anniversary podcast?
Yeah, 4.
The 4-year anniversary podcast.
We did.
Anniversary podcast.
The 4-year anniversary podcast.
What'd you do? All right, so I invited a couple of other people. I invited a couple of other people.
Yes, I'm especially if I'm just going to jump into the next panel.
Oh, well, I like it too.
It's another Hail to Stephen King one, which is extremely exciting. There are anniversaries for 2 of my top 3 Stephen King books.
The Langoliers!
Yes, or what else? Hearts in Atlantis. I love the book Hearts in Atlantis. Anyway, the book's okay.
And I love Langoliers.
Langoliers, good story.
Green Mile.
And there was the guy
Green Mile's great, yeah.
And then there was the guy from Perfect Strangers on there. But No, the anniversary, besides The Stand celebrating its 40th, which is why we're doing that particular panel, is 5 years later, Stephen King put out a book that he wrote years before and threw in a drawer because he thought it was too fucked up. And unlike his usual stuff that has a silver lining, there's some sort of like happy or just reassuring aspect. There's nothing reassuring about Pet Sematary. Pet Sematary is a fucked up story through and through from top to bottom. And I'm very excited to do a 35th anniversary about that. Unfortunately, there's no comic books for Cecil to read about that. However, is it Michael Anthony Hall or Michael A. Hall?
No,
or something?
Michael C. Hall.
Michael C. Hall. Yeah, the guy who was Dexter is doing an audiobook version that comes out here in just a week.
Wait.
Yeah. So Marsha, listen to that audiobook and let's all get on this panel to discuss that book. Because
I'm hoping to get done The Stand so I can jump into that right after.
Yeah, Pet Sematary is significantly shorter, which is good. So it's like 300 something, almost 4.
I'm going to invite CP from Will I Like It reviews on as well.
But it's a messed up book, and I feel like the Mary Lambert film, and we're going to talk about both of those as well as the upcoming remake that the Starry Nights guys actually are directing. Now, I'm going to throw it to Ray real quick. Ray, did you ever see Starry Eyes?
I think I did. That's that was the one that was they had to summon something for her success. Was that the one?
It's essentially about a girl who goes to a Hollywood audition and is put in some really terrible positions to get a particular part. And there's like almost a demonic poisoning aspect after she does some illicit things to get a part, and she's like throwing up and changing, so to speak. And it's a messed up movie, and it's very well directed. And I'm actually intrigued about what those guys would do with this particular subject matter, because it's been 35 years at this point since the book, and I think almost 30, 1989 for the Mary Lambert one. So yeah.
I'm excited for that because I always thought that Pet Sematary was one of the best adaptations.
Symmetry.
Symmetry.
Pet Symmetry.
Pet Symmetry.
Yes.
That's a live and dead symmetry.
Does that mean all the pets are symmetrical?
Yeah. That's why you cut them in half, right?
Yeah. God, that sequel though, the one with Eddie Furlong.
I actually like that because I remember that from TV.
I like Eddie Furlong, but
I'll always hold a special place in my heart for him.
King
No, but he was just in Terminator 2. So
yeah, sinking into the.
Oh yeah.
Beth S is here. What up, Beth S? Rubber Soul is here. Rubber Soul. Check Facebook.
I love Rob's Pet Symmetry. It's awesome. You picked up on it right away.
All right. So the last panel that we're going to be doing, and the one I might be most excited about. Yes.
Number one.
Yep. Number 5. So just to recap, we're doing When Horror Goes Wrong, Pet Sematary 35th Anniversary, The Stand 40th Anniversary, Great Horror Debate Live returns, and then finally we're going to do one called This Is It. It's essentially a comparison on all of the different versions of Stephen King's It.
I feel like I should not be there for that.
You didn't know that this was a thing?
No, you didn't mention it in the group chat.
Yeah.
Oh,
no?
yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. We've been talking about this for like...
Let's be honest, somebody doesn't reach group chat.
You're skimming.
Someone takes 8 hours to respond.
Live on there. Excuse me.
Yeah. So we're doing This Is It. It's a comparison a thing where we're going to talk all about the book versus the miniseries versus the brand new feature film.
Interesting. And the upcoming chapter 2. And we're going to open up the panel with, if this is it, ooh, up, please let me know. Yeah. Copyright strike.
Can I just stand there and not say anything through the panel because I feel like I might get attacked once leaving?
Well, you can just silence yourself when we talk about the movie.
No.
You can talk about the TV series and the book. How's
Honestly,
that?
she does appeal to a specific niche of people who did not like the remake. There's a decent.
So what we can do is be like, show of hands who did not like the new movie, and if nobody raises their hands, then I'll be like, okay, my job is done.
Okay, show of hands that it was overrated.
What did I miss?
Come on. All right, what's up, Brandon? Guys, this is Brandon from Jerks Productions.
Yeah.
I thought I'd invite him on. It's been a little bit since we've had him on a Hangout, and I saw he was there. I was like, hey, let's have him on. He always is game to talk horror. He's part of a little horror production company that puts together stuff quite a bit. So, you know, he's got an opinion that we can definitely put out there, and you guys will appreciate it, hopefully.
And also part of my metal.
I only got this to work on my phone. So.
Oh, cool. Does it not usually work on the phone?
No, usually not. So this is working again. So
nice. There you go. See, there you go, Rubber Soul. He did it from his phone. You can do it from your phone as long as you got one of them smart ones.
Yeah.
Repeat, aka Groom of Reanimator, is here. Is that the Groom of Reanimator? Really? Oh shit. Are you being watched, Reanimator?
I am. I think I heard him say yeah, but not to see me.
He's like, yep. Steven G. Atkins Studios is here. Steven's been a very regular viewer recently. Love that. Love you guys. Love our regular viewers. Thank you guys very much for making us, you know, honestly, the success that we are with all of our streaming and stuff like that. By the way, let me address that very briefly. You guys have been seeing a lot more streams from us, and I'll be completely candid with you. It's because we're out of the back episodes. Plus, I've been kind of needing the streams as a method of sort of working through some stuff. So it's been a big help that way. We've still got about 2 interviews with Mortal Kombat people left from Fuego. We've still got about 3 movie reviews. David and I just recorded 2 reviews. Before this, we recorded a review for Tag. We recorded a review for Haunters, The Art of the Scare. Fuego's about to record a review for Super Dark Times, and what was the other one?
Beguiled.
The Beguiled, and
Sofia
then
Coppola for the fucking win.
We're going to record a review for Open Water 3. So we're doing sort of less of our other type stuff for now, and just doing this and trailer reactions and streaming. But you know, we're going to get back to the other stuff once things calm down a little bit around here. But I just wanted to let you guys know why the schedule has been the way that it is with the amount of live streams we've been doing. But frankly, I like doing the live streams. I enjoy hanging out with you guys and talking live. So
I don't think there's anything wrong with
much.
the live streams. They're great.
Oh, thanks, man. We appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I tend to have more fun doing that than you know, like what we used to do for the first 2 seasons at least was we gathered and we'd record the whole season in 2 days. So we would just record for like 8 to 10 hours in 2 different days, and we'd record like 60 reviews, you know, 30 like spoiler and non-spoiler, 16, right? And then like all of our other stuff. Marsha, what is going on? What's going on?
I was just fucking around.
Okay. I could swear you were like trying to clean something on the wall. I was like, uh-oh, did baby spit up and we didn't see it? Like,
no.
What do you just have a random face hanging on your wall?
Somebody's face. Really? Jeez.
Oh man, too many cooks. Too many cooks.
Oh shit. All right, so we got a couple of other joiners here, so let me introduce them. For the first time, like, man, we have a couple of first timers on the channel. Hello. I love it. So we have CP from Will I Like It Reviews on the channel. Welcome, CP.
Thank you. Pleasure to finally meet.
Yes, absolutely. So I became aware of CP through the super awesome Killer Flicks Facebook group. CP, I believe you're a mod on, aren't you?
No.
Just the heavy configured. Got it. But I know that you do a lot of crossover stuff with both Cody, and I think you've done it with Lee as well, correct?
Oh yeah, me. If anything, me and Lee go way back.
Way back, yeah. Because Lee says you guys are like super close friends. I love that's I fucking love seeing that shit. Do you guys actually live nearby?
No. I'm up in New York. He's down now in Florida. We just our YouTube community getting in touch, doing things.
I love that stuff. Well, okay. So before I want to get into what you do, but we're going to be doing that in a more specific interview format. But I want to get the overalls of it. So let everyone know what you do.
Oh. So the basis of my channel name was I started doing straight like all movie reviews, and I wanted to take the person that was talking out of the equation, and I wanted to focus on the viewer, and I tried to do movie reviews in the style of, all right, never mind what I think, here's who I think would like this movie, and that's where Will I Like It comes from. I can't tell how many times somebody calls me Will, and it's just like, you don't know who I am.
That's a really interesting tack to take. Sorry, go ahead. Marsha, what are you fucking...
Oh my God.
Sorry, CP. She's a
It's
distraction even when she's not here.
Yeah, and we're actually going to be addressing that series on the News with Booze later.
We are indeed. So go ahead, CP. Please continue.
Oh yeah. It's so I'm a stand-up comic too. So.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
Do you have any of your routines on your channel?
Yeah. Very, very R-rated. In case anybody ventures to see that.
I am gonna have to seek that out.
Not monetizable. That's awesome.
Yeah. There's one bit that's like 2 minutes, and the title is I just talk about porn for 2 minutes, and it's just the title alone. Nope, down. So yeah, over the course of time, I tried to incorporate comedy and I don't know. I went through personal stuff too, Cecil. So that I could totally relate to the whole. I'm not going to produce content. I'll just stream, and there's your content. I'm totally with you there. My 2016 was a mess. Most of 2017. So, getting back into shape now, and slowly but surely. It's times like that where you lean on somebody else. Like Lee was just tremendous. We did a series called Horror Needs a Hero where we tried to. I mean, all these superhero movies keep coming out, and our big argument was, well, Freddie, Michael, and Jason were the superheroes of the 80s. Like, we just kept getting every 6 months, it seemed there was a new one of those three movie. And with the current climate in the movies, it's just like, why can't they do that now? Like, why can't we have these mega stars in horror? It just doesn't.
We've totally lost them, man. I mean, we have our like Conjurings and stuff like that, I guess, and Insidious and whatnot. Certain franchises that have taken over.
Paranormal Activity.
I like those. Yeah, I like those.
Let's fight.
Know your audience, Dave.
Let's fight, Marsha.
All right. So, okay, CP. So, let me just go ahead and introduce. Of course, she's been on the channel a number of times, and we were actually just on her channel last night. David and I were on there talking one of her amazing, really cool topics that she always has, which was the most lucky and unluckiest people in horror. Welcome, Amanda from Channel Sundown.
Woo! Hi.
Amanda from Maddie's Channel Sundown, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, don't pour salt into wounds. That's cool.
She knows I'm fucking with her. We do that.
Yeah, I'm back. It's okay.
Welcome. So we're talking, you guys, in case you didn't hear, what we were just doing is we went over the 5 panels we're going to be doing for Phoenix Comic Fest, aka Phoenix Comic Con without the suing. We are doing the 40th anniversary stand panel, the 35th anniversary Pet Cemetery panel,
King's so hot right
the
now.
Great Horror Debate, in which we are going to be launching the Inter-Channel Horror Debate with Eric Harrison from the Death Twitch live with us at Phoenix Comic Fest.
With producer Dave as the non-partial judge.
Producer Dave will be the non-partial moderator this time. And then from there, we're going to be launching into the actual Inter-Channel Great Horror Debate. So hopefully, CP, you'll want to take part in that as well. Amanda, we'll have you on as well. So each channel, we're going to debate some horror topics in turn. It's going to be a hopefully long-running inter-channel debate series.
Awesome. Nice.
We're excited about that. And then we're also doing the final one that we're doing is This Is It, which is the comparison of the book, the TV miniseries, and the brand new film of It.
And the preview of chapter
you said the
2.
book, right?
Yeah,
I'm retarded.
I did.
Yeah.
What about the Faith No More song, Epic?
Ooh.
That's Faith No More. There's one concert in my entire life that I am so regretful that I missed, and it's not because of them, but Faith No More was a part of it. It was fucking Guns N' Roses, Metallica, and Faith No More. And I did not go because I was like 10, and I didn't know.
90s.
My sister was like, "You want to come to this?" And I was like, "No."
Yeah, that was
always
one of the greatest metal tours of all time.
I know.
That was the tour
I'm
where
so
Hetfield
pissed.
got burned.
No, that's actually the one that Axl took 3 hours to come out after Metallica played. So he didn't come out until like midnight.
Isn't it the same tour that they like rioted in Montreal?
Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying. The greatest metal rock tour.
Early 90s. Maybe one of the most infamous, at least. But
Okay, Brandon had to bail because his Hangouts got screwed up on his phone. I know he mentioned he was having trouble. So.
Okay, Brandon, we love you.
That's all I can though.
Ms. Bond is here. What's up, McKenna? Welcome.
Yeah, she's gonna be back for that concert. Rob Zombie and Manson.
Oh, here?
August, yeah.
When is
She's gonna be
that
here? Okay, we
happening?
can have Miss Bond on again if she
August,
wants to come on.
August
Bond.
26th, I want to say.
I don't care about
Manson.
Manson, but I want to see Rob Zombie again. I was just talking
I
about
thought you
that.
said Rod Zombie and Hanson.
Rod Zombie and Hanson.
Yeah.
Wait, did you say Rod Zombie? Is that like Rob's like kind of less
Yeah, that's
cool
what
brother?
I thought. Like, I was like, wait, what? My headphones. I have cheap headphones.
I would
Yeah,
love to
it's
see
like-
Rob Zombie and Hanson mashup. I think that would be an interesting crowd.
So I asked.
I'm actually suddenly trying to think of something now. Maybe I'll jump in with it.
I
Well,
asked.
I saw the Spice Girls last concert before they broke up. So
there
hey,
you go.
Maybe you will
I
enjoy
actually,
Metallica.
I actually really like this.
Now, okay, so let me take this back again real quick. So we asked Reanimator and Brian from Horror Show Entertainment while he was on. Didn't get to ask Brandon, but since we're talking horror panels this time, CP and Amanda, you guys can think about it for a minute if you want, but if you had to run a horror-themed panel at a large comic convention, you know, a 500-seater room, what would your panel be about?
Yeah.
wow.
You want time, or you want
We'll
you
give
have
you a
something
moment.
pop into mind?
Get
I got one.
Okay.
good, thank you.
Go for it. He said good, thank you.
She always has lots of ideas.
I do. Just on top of my head, when I think of a panel, I think about something that I could talk about all day. And of course, that's like my favorite movie, my guilty pleasure.
Which would be very fitting at
For
this year's
the-
Phoenix Comic Fest,
Exactly,
considering that, yes,
because Robert Englund will be there, and that's of course 976 Evil.
Oh boy.
Oh, really?
That is-
That's not what I thought you were going to say. I thought
Well,
you were.
see, if you look,
Seriously?
I have the poster.
No, I thought
for
she
it.
was.
He directed that.
No, I thought you were going to say Rocky Horror because Tim Curry's going to be here.
Well, no, Rocky Horror is close because Rocky Horror is right next to.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, and you're always
976 Evil.
when you start singing Rocky Horror, you don't stop until you're done with the whole fucking
I know.
thing. So.
I know that has a lot of alcohol involved too. I'm a
All
lot
right,
more.
so
familiar now
976
because-
Evil. Huh? Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
realize that. Okay.
Well, I love that
Phantom
movie.
Paradise
I don't
is way
think
better.
it gets enough credit for what it is, and it's a very unloved film, and I believe it's fantastic. So, and it was directed by Robert Englund. So, you know, whoever decides to interview him, hey, you know,
Just, it's not going to be a decision. It's going to be kind of a.
Yeah, well, it'll be a decision if we're allowed to do
Dave
it.
will do it.
Yeah.
Like
Can't let
the
you
decision
guys-
might be taken out of our hands before we even have to make it. That's
just give him a hug for me if you can.
Yeah.
Like, I love
a good
you.
panel. Sandra says
Mm-hmm.
CGI versus practical makeup. That would be a good one.
Seriously.
Tim Curry is coming to Phoenix Comic Fest, McKenna, but Robert Englund is coming to Mad Monster in July. So
Which
yeah,
is
Mad
taking
Monster
place
is going
in
to be the
July
shit.
for the first time. Which
I'm
is kinda crazy.
hoping we're going to talk to the guys in April when they come out about our role. But hopefully I'll be able to land us a hotel room again so we
was
can
nice.
stay on site
How dope
rather
is
than
that,
having to
dude?
go back and forth. We'll come
Yeah.
prepared this time.
Well, because
Yeah,
it's,
it's such a long drive.
it's the first time
Fuck
ever where
off.
it was at the same location for 3 years in a row. As
Oh,
opposed to the
well, it is a
bouncing
long drive for
around that
everyone
it
but
did.
me.
Is
I
Tim
wish it could
Curry
be in
okay
Dallas.
now? No.
He's doing a panel though, which is
Yeah, he is.
crazy.
Yeah. And they already talked about how it's going to be full. That's why I want to
Yeah.
cover it so
Yeah,
we can
indeed.
film it and not be a part, not worry about being a part of it.
Honestly, to get a little Stephen King though, I'm super excited because not Robin Firth. What's the guy's name who wrote Peter David and Jai Lee are both going to be at Phoenix Comic Fest this year, and they're doing a dark panel. They're doing a Dark Tower comics panel, essentially.
Ooh.
Yeah, which really intrigues the hell out of me. I'm super excited for
Nice.
that, and that's,
We should have
that's one of
moderated
my that's one of my go-to things that I have to be at.
Hey,
So-
Cecil,
Yes, ma'am.
you should fly down to Dallas so you can interview the kids from It.
Why is there a con coming?
Yeah, Dallas Frightmare Fest. The kids from It are going to be here.
Well, I do want to get back into going to other. I do.
I thought about
Marsha,
you
what
right
do you give
away.
a shit? You didn't like the kids.
Which kids though?
I
Maybe
like
all the
Richie.
kids.
Okay, so CP, have you had enough time?
Do I have a budget that I have to worry about?
No.
No,
No,
it's just.
no,
I mean, it's just a panel. It's you sitting in front of a crowd of people. I guess if you
yeah.
have visual aids, go for it.
Yeah, the only constraints are just your own imagination, I suppose.
I'm just thinking of the price of the guest. I would say Jack Nicholson to talk about perhaps The Shining, if not his role as a Joker.
Okay.
That's
would
probably a
be
big
good.
get.
I like
Yeah.
the second one very much.
Yeah, well, that's going big time. That's going fantasy. I wasn't even thinking that. Now, what if you had to run a panel just solo? What panel would you run just that you love, that you think would be a good, successful panel with audience interaction and stuff like that.
And not about Solo, a Star Wars story.
Probably a wide berth coverage of Friday the 13th. Whoever would come down for that.
Okay, I'll bet you get a lot of people for that.
I just keep encountering so many people that just adore that franchise more than me.
Andrew's modeling his Punisher shirt. Have you watched Punisher yet on Netflix?
Not the series. No.
It's good.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I liked Punisher a lot.
What about just season 2, though?
We started watching.
Changed my idea.
Uh-oh. Go ahead, typical woman, changed her mind.
I would do the Han Solo panel for the Solo movie, just like me, Childish Gambino.
Solo. That movie looks bad. I'm sorry, but
I know, but I love.
You're so wrong.
I love Donald Glover. So
yeah, Childish Glover,
Night, Steven.
Donald Gambino, whatever the hell we are supposed
Donald
to be
Glover from Community is
Childish Gambino.
Yeah.
Oh, Rubber Soul tried to sign on, but Hangouts is being fucky.
Childish Calrissian.
Sorry, Rob. Okay, so let's see. Where are we at?
A younger Lando.
He looks just like him. I think.
He
got
looks a
8
lot
minutes.
more like the other dude does. Yeah.
Did we actually start on time or no?
You see that last comment? Oh, now it's gone. That's not the last comment anymore. It was a good one. It was a doozy.
It was a doozy.
He looks more like Lando
Anthony Kulik.
than the other guy looks like Solo.
Yeah, the other
Andrew's
guy
man.
doesn't. I don't know, man. It feels weird. Some of the movies they've decided to go with, and the fact that Solo had so many problems behind the scenes. It's just like it's not encouraging. You know what I mean?
I have faith in the fact that Lawrence Kasdan wrote the script, and they're saying it's one of the best Star Wars scripts. And then also Ron Howard. I mean,
Ron Howard.
Seriously, dude. Willow.
Yeah, but it wasn't his to begin with.
Back
Like,
to-
it wasn't
yeah.
his vision from the start, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, but the vision of those other guys, the Lord and Miller dudes, was doing more improv kind of silliness, and that I mean, they were deviating from the script. That's one of the reasons why they got fired, and it's been covered in lots of trade sources. So
Let's be
maybe
honest,
they just weren't
bad or
that
good,
fit.
we're all gonna watch it.
I loved Rogue One. I
agree.
I don't know. I've been all about the spinoff stories. So
That third act was incredible in Rogue One.
yeah, I didn't think they were all gonna spoilers. I didn't think they were all gonna die. I thought at least the girl was gonna live. And
That was the true Suicide Squad movie of that year.
Truly.
Yeah, really, it was.
Seriously.
I actually like the last Star
They're gonna
Wars.
die. It was. If you watch the other movies, then you know.
If you've seen the other movies, you know they're all gonna die.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
And I'm not even a fan, like a huge fan of Star Wars, and I knew that going in that they're all gonna die because
they're all gonna die.
Hope.
They say in the was it the first one? The first one that came out? I can't remember which
Force
one
Awakens.
it was.
I don't know.
Marsha, you realize your kid is like already on the internet, like everywhere.
Yeah.
It's an angry Bruce Willis.
He is totally.
Okay,
He's
so
asleep right now, by the way.
I know I can tell. Well, not anymore. His eyes just opened. But,
Yeah, they did.
Keon Bonner asks, "Hey, horror show. I hope they do a new show like Masters of Horror and Fear Itself again, like a new series. Would you guys agree?"
I just want more anthology horror.
They are. I mean, they are. Just it's long form now with Channel Zero and American Horror Story. Now each season is a story instead of each episode being a story.
But there's something so awesome.
But
about
if you want that,
adapting-
Black Mirror is close enough.
I was just going to ask you where you guys know Black Mirror, because it feels like modern day Twilight Zone.
Yeah,
very much so.
Yeah. And actually, I just introduced Dave to it. He just watched the 4th season with me, having never watched the show before.
Oh.
And Dave's first episode
That
was the
means you
Star
haven't-
Trek parody episode, and Dave
Oh,
loves
yeah.
Star Trek. And I had no idea that was going to be the first one, and it just happened to be like the perfect episode to show him. Also because Kristen Milioti was the lead, and I fucking love her because she was the mother in How I Met Your Mother, and I want to marry her, and I will. So, moving right along.
Well, no. If we're at least going to stick on Black Mirror for a quick moment, I have to recommend everybody watch the episode with Toby Kebbell, because of the fact that
Which one was that?
Oh, that is the one where there's chips placed into the people's
From which season do you remember?
I believe it's the first season, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, but it's where
I know which
he
one you're
suspects
talking
his wife is had an affair or something with her ex boyfriend, who they're all friendly with and stuff, and it's another one of those not in the too distant future type things, and the obsessiveness and the insanity that he finds himself in the midst of and in the grips of as the story goes. It's heartbreaking, and it's so well directed and so well acted. Obviously, Kebbell is badass. So yeah, if anyone has seen that.
Let's see. If you guys have other questions, let us know because we're nearing the end of the stream, so we're happy to answer a few questions.
I saw Ashton October asked if Channel Zero is good. I've only watched some of Candle Cove, and Candle Cove is amazing, and I hear that the returns have been even better with the subsequent entries, and that the current one about the cannibal stuff is nuts.
Is that the Butcher's
Block? Yeah.
Butcher's Block, yeah.
Now let me ask you guys. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just asking if that was still, is it over or is it still
I think it is done now. Yeah, I think the finale was either this or last week.
Yeah, it was just the other night because I saw our buddy from Sinister Cinema actually posted his spoiler discussion kind of thing.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you guys before we sign off, Amanda, Reanimator, Marsha, and CP. What horror are you excited about this year? Is there anything this year that you're looking forward to? We'll just finish off with that. Okay, Marsha's excited about Castle Rock. More Stevie K. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Man. I really am into Quiet Place. I really want to see that.
Good reviews.
I'm like, I thought it was a good idea, but it's really gotten me like, I'm really interested in it. That and of course Meg. But,
and CP, you're into Quiet Place also?
Yeah, big time. Strangers was okay, but that was a nice little palate cleanser for what's coming next month. So.
Yeah, I was so surprised at how much Lee loved it. Like Lee went off the rails about that movie, and I think set some expectations a little bit higher. It's got some really good beats though, especially the pool scene is great.
Sure. That whole sequence in the pool is incredible. But 4.5 stars on Letterboxd.
Yeah, there's a lot of stupid character decisions that could not make me love that movie.
I was yelling in the theater.
The police officer was just like, really?
Yeah.
No, and she's running on the bridge and it's like, go in the woods. I don't yell in theaters because I can't stand that. But I was talking during this movie and I couldn't help it. He's in a car chasing her and she stays on the road.
There were people genuinely yelling in that theater, yelling in the theater because they were just invested fans that got frustrated with certain sequences. So
yeah. Everybody knows when you have a sniper, you run in zigzags. You don't run in a straight line. Everybody knows that.
When people are in panic mode, though, I mean.
All right, Reanimator. What's your answer, Reanimator?
I'm definitely looking forward to A Quiet Place, but 100% more looking forward to Meg. I'd have to say.
Me too, huh? I didn't realize. Okay, you're a big shark person?
Not like Brian. As big as as he is into sharks, but I'm so stoked for that movie and all the concept art just looks so cool.
Yeah, I'm obviously very excited about it because I read that book when it came out in '96, and I've had the author on the show for an hour doing an interview. So, I'm super excited about Meg as well.
I'm reading it.
One of the big books.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah. It's awesome. I mean, all 5 books are great. And then I think the sixth one is coming out very soon. So,
dare I say, I think people are sleeping on the Fred Dekker Shane Black Predator film. I think they really, really are. That's going to be the shit with that cast that they have assembled. I'm very excited for that film.
I'm always excited for Predator. Always excited for Predator.
I used to be.
I know a lot of people there's someone in Old Fart says The Nun. A couple of people have said the new Halloween, of course.
I thought we were going to go without mentioning that one.
I am not super excited about it, but they mentioned it, so we're going to mention it.
We're going to watch it.
Well, we will.
We will, yeah. We'll do a review, absolutely. We got to review the rest of them leading up to it.
Been here before, cause a wheel. I mean, let's be honest.
Somebody's calling me. I just want to make a comment before I go. DuckTales is over, but it's so funny how all of you guys are like, we're not excited, and Marsha's like, you guys are going to see it anyways. So. Anyway,
it's true.
DuckTales is over, so I got to go put on another movie. So
all right, thanks for joining us, Amanda.
Bye. See you later. Bye.
All right, guys, and with that might as well be our wrap-up point. It's been just about an hour.
I have
here.
one movie I'm looking forward to.
Oh, sorry, Dave. Go ahead. Yeah,
we didn't even ask Mercer.
Hopefully, Voorhees comes out this year. Probably won't.
Which one?
Voorhees.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited to watch the progress of that film.
Yeah.
Andrew, nothing? No Pacific Rim, anything like that?
I don't know.
Infinity Stone.
Big budget stuff. Nothing really jumped out. Infinity Wars, I saw some people saying, I'm interested to see it, but we're not gonna get half of it. I feel like we're gonna be on a cliffhanger and talking about the second part of it. So
yeah.
How about Rampage with our old buddy The Rock?
Yeah,
I'm excited for that. Actually,
Yeah.
I think
Rampage.
they
I don't know
put
this
the
one.
right story as the backstory. Like,
It looks like
the
super
video
cheese,
game
but-
didn't tell you how these things got there, and you know it's weird that I don't know. There's a lot of zoos and stuff out there that have like personal handlers, and this is like a personal handler has a monkey that gets genetically altered to be this beast. And I don't know.
He's got a relationship with the animal,
and not just that, but like The Rock, like he's a good action guy. Say what you want about him, he does good action movies. So this one, he can just kind of be that weird. You know, he can be himself. I want to see The Rock play The Rock. It's just it seems like they did a good job on the movie. We'll see. I've only seen.
It seems like it'll be entertaining.
Yeah.
The Rock usually plays The Rock, and we liked San Andreas, which is the same
I
director
love The Rock.
I've been a fan since he was raising eyebrows, and he was in something called The Nation of Domination.
Rocky Maivia.
Now, Marcia, if you didn't know the Rampage movie is based on that old Rampage video game where you're the monkey, the lizard, or the wolf beating up buildings.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
And eating people.
I don't know that one.
Yeah.
You would know it if you saw it. Trust me. You would know it if you saw it. It was in every arcade ever.
Well, and also, Marcia, it has Mr. Negan in the film as kind of
All right, I'll watch it.
That's all it takes.
And for me, it has Malin Ackerman, which she's awesome. Very, very pretty.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for this week's Lazy Sunday Horror Hangout. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you, Reanimator. Thank you, CP. We appreciate you guys joining us.
Amanda and also Brian.
Yep. Thank you guys. And Brandon from Jerks Productions as well, even though it was brief. CP, once again, we are looking forward to having you on for the longer form interview. Like I said, I've got to get Cody on, and then we'll have you. And then, because I want to make sure I do it in order of invite. I don't want to jump people ahead and start any beefs, you know.
Well, and I mean, honestly, dude, as long as she's been a friend of the channel, we need to do Ray, like, kind of, horror history and all that stuff if she's down too.
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay, cool. So look forward to all that, you guys. That'll be coming in the very near future. Thank you very much for joining. I've been Cecil Laird.
I'm Andrew Mercer.
Gracias, Evan Hemming Fuego.
I'm Marcia Parker.
Reanimator review.
And
CP from Will I Like It reviews.
That's right. All right. Everyone's got their sign. All right. So thanks very much. And remember, stay scared.
What the horror show is cooking.